Brian Wright, Daily B 122. I don't believe there really are any rules when it comes to you. Hey, Brian Wright from BrianWright732.com and fitin.com, PHITIN.com. And when it comes to you and your business and what it is that you want to achieve, I really don't believe there are rules. Business is something that there's just really one rule, and that is, are you making more than you're spending? Because if you're making more than you're spending, you're pulling a profit. And if you're pulling a profit, you're successful in business. It's that simple. How you do whatever it is you need to do to create that profit position, to create that success, that's all on you. There are best practices, but the best practices may not be the best practices for you because you may have something unique. You may have something new. You may be able to raise the bar. So if we're always just following along with other people's ideas and we're buying, the shiny objects to run our businesses or buying someone else's business plan, why don't we just go get a 9-to-5? Why don't we just go and punch the clock working for somebody else to get that paycheck? But if you want to advance the system or game the system or do whatever it is that you want to do and you want to be able to make as much as you can off of that, that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. So I get these people that they go and they buy franchises and they consider themselves entrepreneurs. And I'm like, great, you own your own business, but you own somebody else's business. Or the person that's reading everyone else's material and consuming all the books and writing down all the best practices and then implementing everyone else's game plan in the world except their own. So again, why not just go get a 9-to-5 and truly implement somebody else's game plan without the liability and the risk of going it alone? Or going it on someone else's idea on your own. I'm not really able to wrap my head fully around that. So if you really want to be an entrepreneur, you have to have your ideas. You have to have your value. It's not just your hustle. It's you. It's what you want, the way you want it. That's what makes you an entrepreneur, and that's what makes you unique. And that's why I say there are no rules, because we are all individuals and we all have different ways to bring things to the marketplace. If the marketplace rejects us, okay, we're going to fail. But if the marketplace embraces what we've got because we understand the needs of the marketplace and we're translating our value for the marketplace in a way it's going to get it and it's going to trust us and it's going to want to create that mutual trade situation, fantastic. Whatever you have to do to make that happen, do it. Everyone's saying digital, digital, digital. Well, maybe you're the person that needs to go and shake hands and kiss babies and pull people into your business. Or maybe you're the person that's in a business that they say is based on a handshake, but you figured out a way to do it digitally. It doesn't matter. There are no best practices for you. You are your best practice. No one else is going to tell you how you're going to work. You know how you want to work. You know where you're comfortable. You know where your strengths lie. You know what you're not good at. You know what you don't want to do. So focus on the things that you're good at. Focus on the things you want to do, because your work is going to be 80% of your life. So make sure you're spending that 80% doing things the way you choose to do them, because your satisfaction is going to be the fuel that's actually going to create your success. Authentic happiness, authentic belief, authentic skills come across way better than somebody else's blueprint that you're trying to implement. So the best advice for anyone is throw the rule book out. Take some time to get quiet and listen to yourself. Take a lot of notes on what you want. Go back to when you were 3 years old and how did you play? Who did you play with? How did you think? The 3-year-old you is the most authentic you'll ever be. It's the you with the least amount of layers and the development of thought. I watch my son is 3.5. I watch my son and the way he interacts and the way he thinks and sings and plays. And trust me, I already have a pretty good idea of what my kid's going to be, because I'm not going to dim his shine. I'm going to allow him to be himself and to develop along his lines. We have to do the same thing for ourselves. And I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60, you do have the opportunity to reconnect with that person that you were intended to be, but you allowed the social megaphone to beat down, and then you went and started implementing someone else's plan. If you really have had the desire to implement your own plan, if you really have the ability to look inside and figure out what it is you want, you're going to be able to write your own rule book. you're going to be able to find your own success. So screw the rules. Screw the blueprints that other people are writing for you. Write your own blueprint. At Fit In, I have a product called the Blueprint, but it's not an architectural drawing on how to engineer my plan. What it is, it's the paper, it's the pen, it's the ruler, it's the calculator, it's everything you need to develop your business. Because I don't believe that we are all this cookie cutter mold. I believe we are all individuals meant to live the way we're meant to live. And my job is to help you understand who you are more fully and make sure that you're looking at the marketplace in the right way and that you're maximizing your value for your space and understanding who your niche customer is. I'm not going to tell you how to do what you do. I'm going to tell you this is who you are based on what you're giving me. This is the value of it, and let's work together to create a strategy to bring you to the marketplace in a way that's going to make the success that you want in the way that you want, so you're going to be satisfied and happy day in and day out. Because damn, why the hell should we be working every day in shit we don't like to create, income to do things that we're not that enthused about? We should really be engaged in our life and love our life because we only have one. So I'm throwing it out there. You want to work? Let's do the work together. If you want to do it by yourself, keep watching the vlog. I don't care. It's cool. Together, separate, as long as you get to where you're supposed to be, I'm happy. All right, this is Brian Wright, Daily B. I'm done. All right, Brian Wright, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment. You can email me, contact@fitin.com. Let's keep the conversation going. I really want to know what you're doing. I want to hear your struggles. I want to hear your successes. I want to be motivated to continue doing this. I need more information. I want to interact with you.